Hi Trinny.
Hi Jemima, how are you?
I'm great. What are we doing today?
Well, I'm collecting together for coats. The weather is changing and I think it's time to look at what coats are relevant in your wardrobe. We can be very classic and go for a safe black coat, and some people just have one coat and it's more this coat that's got to do so many things. I invest in coats. I've had an obsession with coats. I've collected coats for years, so I really over-index in coats. So I'm looking now for coats that were my oldest coats, because the one thing about coats is I keep them for a hell of a long time and I love them, whether they are from Zara or Prada. And I've had coats from Zara that are in here from 20 years. I mean, this is not a coat, but this is one of my favorites that I've always loved. And it's a cape coat. So I always use this as a coat over something when it's autumn or spring, when I have a shirt which has bulky sleeves and I can't wear a coat.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
Because you sometimes love those very extreme shirts, and I love this. And it feels to me like it's a sort of Chanel. A lot of people, I remember Georgie from Sheer Luxe, she was like, is that Chanel? And it's like, no, it's Zara.
I can't believe it. I love that shoulder detail.
It's about how you keep your clothes as well, because this is always on a padded hanger. It's come with me to every home. I haven't worn it for 3 years, but I could walk out today wearing it and feel comfortable. So the thing about coats is they are, of all the things you buy in your wardrobe, the most investment dressing, because you're going to get a lot of wear out of them over many years, and always it's about putting them on the nice hanger. One of my oldest coats, expensive coats, is this Prada coat. And this is one that I really love, and I nearly gave to Lila, and thank God I just ripped it back. And this is the kind of thing that you could easily, yes, you could get it in a vintage store. And it's about the cut. So when you go for suede, and there's a ton of suede in vintage, you want to think about what you want from the cut. And this is a cut that, is very much a 90s cut, which is when I got it, which was that sort of nipping in the waist and going out again and ending. It's like a long jacket, but for me it goes beautifully over wide leg trousers now, and that's how it changes how I used to wear it. I used to wear it with skinny jeans, and now I wear it with a very wide leg trouser, and I'll never get rid of it. Suede is a fabric that looks better the older it is. So when you look at investment dressing in suede, that's something that I think is fantastic to think about. I'm going to put in that category.
Yeah. Trini, can I ask about the cut? How do you know you'll wear that cut in the future?
It's interesting because it's like when I look at coats today are very different. There's a lot of oversize right now. And oversize is tricky, especially when you learnt your style of dressing in this era to then go to oversize. Like I have an oversized pink coat, which I'll show you now, which with the whole pink Crayola. And that's very much of now. And at some stage, it won't be of now. And how will I adapt it to be a classic? You can buy a coat in the middle of a trend, and at some stage, I think they become a classic. So this to me, it's a suede coat jacket, and it's a classic. So the style, a lot of people also buy vintage in these, so they're gonna have this kind of style. It's rare to have an oversized suede coat.
What's a coat you still wear all the time?
Still of expensive, I'm going to go to Celine. And Celine, when it was not designed by a man, but it was designed by Phoebe, and she did the cleanest cuts, and this is something I have in 3 colors. And I got these 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 9 years ago. And it's just what I call this slightly egg shape.
Yes.
It's a very beautiful cut. I don't feel this is ever a cut. Some designers are really clever at cutting something that is automatically a classic and yet it's stylish, and the shape of it doesn't betray its era.
No, it's timeless, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a similar length to the other one.
The other one it is, and length is something that, like at the moment this season, there's a lot of ankle length coats, and I love that. But I think also we don't always want to look swamped or enveloped, and this is a great way. And I wear this with flares, and I wear this with narrow trousers.
Can we talk about the cut against the knee? Because I prefer either having it above the knee or just kind of to the floor.
Yeah.
Is it unflattering if it's just under the knee?
I think if it's here, that's probably a cut I have the least.
Yeah.
Unless I'm wearing a wide trouser, and then it doesn't matter too much. Yeah. That's a coat I've worn so much, which is a high street coat. It's not my oldest one at all, but this is a Zara off-white one, and my dry cleaner shrunk it a bit.
Oh.
But this coat has, that sort of length which you're talking about. I just love it. It's classic, it's off-white, it's a bracelet sleeve, which slightly put me off wearing it, but then when I bought my Tiffany cuffs, it became more wearable. You've got to keep it clean. And I'm very careful with my clothes. I'm not going near children with Nutella hands, but luckily Lila is 19. I have dogs, so, you know, this is not my dog walking coat, but it's really, I wear it with so many things. From sort of March onwards, I'll wear this coat. So it's gone back now into being put away for the winter months, being laid down, given time to breathe. But it's still in perfect condition, and this will be in my wardrobe for another 10 years if I look after it.
I think a lot of people think, oh, I wouldn't wear a white coat, but you wear it so much.
So much. I mean, you can show now a few things I might be wearing it with, but this has been an integral part of my wardrobe, and I think to myself, how did I ever live without a coat in this sort of white or neutral shade? So I'm going to give you lots of options, you know, because the categories of coats we're going to talk about today are metallics, the classic alternative to a black coat, the party coat. Anyway.
Well, I would quite like to see your latest coat purchase, actually, please.
I have a garage, and I realised that I can't store in it because it's going to get damp in the winter, so I had to rearrange all weekend. So this is all summer dresses, which I'm so proud of. Winter scarves, which I'm going to switch out, and then this is my joy, and I thought I have to hang them well now. Welcome to my vampire's wife wardrobe.
Oh my gosh, it's so you.
Hello, friends.
Oh.
And it's sort of, I cherish clothes. I think if you are going to be as insane as I am about my passion for clothes, you have to think, how are they going to breathe and look after them? And what I found is these were squidged up, and I just had to let them breathe. But that's my thought on this. That was a digression.
Okay.
I'm going to go down to the garage first and see if there's any coat I've missed. Come with me. Notice the middle rails are gone.
Yes.
Again, looking better. COS is phenomenal for coats. This coat is about 7 years old, 8 years old. And this is my country coat. Lots of you say to me, can you do something on living in the countryside? And I haven't done that yet. And I do want to do that, Jemima, because there is that sense of, I would never wear the clothes you show, Trinny. Can you do somebody who lives in the countryside? And my response to that is, there are definitely differences between pounding a pavement every day and pounding a country lane. But still, it's what you do for yourself to feel that you're celebrating yourself each day. And I don't mean dressing up in high heels to walk in the field, but I do mean, what is your basic throw on everyday coat? So this is COS, this is, you know, for pounding the pavement, but this is the most beautiful country coat. It's warm, there's a double zip, it's beautifully constructed, it's never going to get tired, it's not going to turn into the Barber. The Barber's waterproof, so this is only rainproof.
It looks brand new.
I know, it does look brand new, and it's kept really well.
Yeah.
And I love the colour. It's got big, deep pockets, because you always need more pockets in the countryside when you're living a very country life, because a handbag is not used so much apart from when you're going to the shops. So we'll come back to that and we'll do one on it. You know, COS are one of the best people at the upper end of the high street that do coats. Another one of my favourite coats, which I've worn a lot, is this leopard print coat, which I got from a collaboration that H&M did with, I've got to pronounce it right, Diego Dalva. No, I've tragically got an old croissant in there. I like this coat. It had a huge lapel, and big lapels don't suit me. So I still wanted to get it because it was a unisex coat, so the sleeve was long, and I cut off the collar and it made it more me. But a leopard print coat is a classic, and when you can wear only limited print, leopard print is probably a print that many people can wear, whereas those people who might shy away from something really printed could get their head around leopard print, because it's more with nature, and so therefore it's going to have a bigger chance it will suit you. But I've worn this so much, and we can show some now of how I've styled it up different ways, leopard on leopard, or else with pink, which I love wearing it with, layering it with different pieces of leopard underneath.
Oh, it's lined with leopard as well.
It's lined with leopard, look.
Oh,
I mean, it's
perfect for you.
Really, a leopard coat will go with everything. It literally will go with everything. Yeah. When we talked about shape before, Jemima, the shape is a little bit too not the era, and I don't know if it's travelled in time. But what was very interesting, and for Lila it will, because she's shorter than me and more petite, and so it'll be different from her. But this year, Prada came back with this print after 20 years, because I had this before I had Lila, and did it again, slightly different fabric. It was in a MAC fabric and a cotton, but it was this coat, maybe a little wider. So things come back. Not exactly the same, but she loves this so much. I don't let her wear it that often yet, but it will come. Okay, let's go on and see newest. This is great. If you find coats that are a bit short for you, but you're obsessed, which has happened to me occasionally, COS this season and quite often do this jumper. It's a merino wool, and it has the thumb thing. It came this season in navy, black, green, and a sort of nude, neutral, and maybe red. This is my oldest metallic coat, and I got it in a sample sale for £100. It's from Osman, and I wear this all the time. I travel in it, it brings me joy. It used to tie, doesn't anymore, don't care. It's brilliant in the rain, it's brilliant when I've got jet lag and I just have no makeup on. And it is like a piece of tinfoil, but it hasn't actually changed shape, has it?
No, and I feel like you've worn this on a motorbike so many times and it still looks amazing.
Yeah, I know, it's been wear and tear. So cost per wear is about 10p. So my latest, which I haven't worn out yet, is from Joey the Label, which is an Australian brand. If you suit silver and gold, this is a great shade because this is in between the two. And actually it means that somebody who suits more gold could wear it and somebody who suits more silver could wear it. So I think it's incredibly efficient as a coat you throw over to upgrade anything.
Yeah.
So if you want to just have one coat, which is that evening coat you throw over a black dress in the evening, or a lovely outfit you put together in the evening where you don't want to have your heavy black day coat, something like this is fantastic. And if you're wearing jeans and a t-shirt and you want to rush out and upgrade the outfit, it works too.
It's like your Massimo Dutti blazer,
It is
but a longer version.
It's exactly that fabric. I mean, Jemima, spot on.
It does the
is that
same
fabric.
thing for you, doesn't it?
It does the same thing. Sometimes belting things is not always the right idea, and you just want to leave them hanging.
Please, can you show us your newest purchase?
I've got two purchases here, and they're so similar, one of them has to go back. But to me, they have very different places in my wardrobe because I have a coat obsession and because I split hairs when it comes to what coats do. Yes, this is the biggest confession. Probably every year I buy a Prada coat. When I was starting Trinny London for about 4 years, I didn't buy any clothes. I definitely didn't then. But when, since the last 3 years, I've bought a coat a year from them, and I love them. And I think because I have them in my wardrobe and I know how much every single one of them has been worn, I won't say for how many years I've been doing this, because I've been working hard and earning good money, then that's gone in that habit. And when it hasn't been going well and I've been saving to build something, I haven't. But this is a very simple duffel coat. There is nothing complicated about it. It could nearly be from anywhere, but if it was from anywhere, the detail that I'm looking for in a coat wouldn't be there. So the shape of the sleeve has this extra detail.
Yes.
It is nearly ankle length on me, which is really difficult. It's got a hood, but not in a way that it feels too much like a country coat.
Yeah.
It has from the front that sense of a chic coat. It's a timeless classic. A duffel coat is the most timeless classic, and it has this hood, which I just love because, as you say, I'm on the back of a motorbike and I'm different places, and it fits me like a glove.
It really does. Also, London is such a place where you need to wear a coat.
Yeah.
Like, you really do wear your coats here, don't you?
So this was, my sort of winter purchase, and I thought, great, that's done. Then I saw a very nice influencer who I love. She works in finance, but she loves clothes, and she had put this coat on in this COS changing room, and I then went into COS at the weekend and I found it. I just thought, wow. It's got this kind of scarf thing, and you see I've still got the label on because I was thinking, what do I do? But I'm going to show it to you. So it's really the kind of coat normally I wouldn't go for, which is very relaxed with a drop sleeve. I'm not really into a drop sleeve that much. But then I sort of thought, I always wear a scarf with a coat, and this has this scarf like this, which you could do so many things with. I think in the changing room when I was trying it on, I literally did that. And then I just tucked it in together. You have an envelopment.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of high street places are adding the scarf attached now. Like Mango are doing it, but it's very chic. And it's a pinstripe.
It's a pinstripe navy. There we go, like that. And navy is my black, so I have a lot of navy. And then I got with it these, which are like a sweatpant in a pinstripe. But this is great. This will go with everything. Yeah. It's really, really warm. It's obviously not at all waterproof. Probably my favourite sequin coat. It's a perfect combination of a really warm coat because it's padded, which is just an oxymoron when you think of a sequin coat, and permanent joy. To wear a sequin coat like this, you've got to have a bit of confidence. You've got to just walk down the street and not care that people might think, and the builder says, "Oi, Christmas tree lights," or whatever they might say. I will have this for my life and I will wear it with joy. And I think I've over-invested in the concept of these kind of coats. And then in the evening, I've worn it to the Glamour Awards with trousers that match. And it was really challenging for me to go to the Glamour Awards because everyone was 23. And I felt having pictures taken with Rita Ora, who was going, that's so cool. And there is an element that we love, having a compliment from somebody who isn't within our group of people who goes, wow, you know, still it's appealing.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it really.
Trinny, are you sure you don't have another purchase?
Coats? No, I don't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, you're making me feel guilty now.
I thought you...
Oh, I know what you mean.
Hmm.
All right, so this is not a coat, but it can be a coat, and I love a coat that can become a coat. So pure wool jumper, not itchy. And then you've got the gilet. So when you've got it on top, you're sort of wearing what I call the indoor coat, which is actually just a gilet, but because the fabric underneath is the same, you feel it has that coat family. But I love it, and you can wear it undone like this, or you can wear it done up. I would wear it undone because I think it's more elegant. This is something that I do wear a lot of gilets, the sort of bringing together coat in your wardrobe. So let's look at the navy one. So I hope that's given you inspiration
It
at
has.
home. Are you thinking about your coats now, Jemima?
I am, yeah. I'm really thinking about them.
And how often they can play a role when they stop becoming just the practical thing in your life. And we spend a lot of our life indoors, but we spend a lot of our life walking the street. When I have a great coat that I take on a holiday and I'm in a country where there's beautiful things to see and I feel I've got this good coat on, I like that. It matters.
It's such a huge part of your outfit, and there's nothing worse than wearing a great outfit and putting a really average coat on.
Exactly. So think about leopard, think about sequin, think about what is your practical everyday coat, and just look at the cut of it. Is it the cut that really suits you? And warmth is obviously a factor. Hope it's given you inspiration for looking at coats in your wardrobe and thinking, do I want to switch out? There are so many pre-loved sites, and one of the best things to buy pre-loved is coats. Vinted, Vestiaire Collective, The Real Real if you're in the US. If you want to invest in a designer coat, amazing number on those sites.
Yeah, and we would love to know if anyone else has purchased something recently.
Yes,
Show us.
Until next
Thanks,
week.
Trinny. Bye.